I'm Vijay from CUET 100, and here in this very important session, we are going to discuss almost everything about CUET UG 2023. Slightly more than 3 months are left for the examination this time, but much before that, you need to apply for it. You must know what all universities to apply for, what all courses to apply for, what to do while filling the application form, how to prepare for it, and what exactly is this CUET UG. I appeared for this test last year, and you can see my scores here. I scored 100 percentile in English, in political science, as well as the general test. And it's not difficult to score this much here in this examination. That is also something that I'm going to tell you about. Alright, so please do join our Telegram group, and we provide you with lots of important content absolutely free of cost here. Alright, and here in the description of this video, we are going to give you one general test and one English test. Both of these are actual tests which were conducted last year. But in general test, we have taken out 15 questions because last year this test was of 75 questions, but this year it's of 60 questions, of which you need to attempt just 50. So please do find the link of these two tests in the description of this video. Now, what exactly is CUET? CUET is taken for admission in central universities. Actually, this is mandatory. It is mandatory to take CUET UG for taking admission in central universities. Central universities like University of Delhi, popularly known as DU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, JNU, Banaras Hindu University, of course in Varanasi, University of Allahabad, Vishwa Bharati University, which was founded by Rabindranath Tagore, Northeastern Hill University, popularly known as NEHU in Shillong, University of Hyderabad. Alright, you cannot take admission in bachelor's program of any of these central universities if you do not take this test. Alright, now this is mandatory for taking admissions in bachelor's in some state universities as well. Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University in New Delhi used to conduct its own test last year, but not this year. Please, this is very important for you. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University in Delhi. This university has come up like anything in less than a decade. Alright, and this is needed for taking admission in bachelor's program of some deemed universities as well, like Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Mostly people know TISS only for the postgraduate programs, but now TISS offers you many wonderful programs, including a course in analytics at UG level 2. Alright, many private universities also expect you to take CUET UG. Alright, application window is on till 12th of March. So you have lots of time, but you have your board exams also this month and in the next month. So try to apply for it as soon as possible now. Okay, the exam would be conducted in the interval May 21 to 31. And this is the second edition of this test. As I told you that this test was conducted last year also when I took this test, and that was the first edition. Almost 15 lakh people had applied for it and close to 10 lakh people appeared for it as well. Alright, we expect the numbers to go up and go up like anything. Alright, okay, now some more numbers for you. Almost 7 lakh people had applied to University of Delhi. Almost 4.5 lakh people had applied to Banaras Hindu University. Even for University of Allahabad, the number of applicants was almost 3 lakhs. B.R. Ambedkar University, Delhi, 2,10,000. These numbers, these figures are almost unbelievable, aren't they? Now, some numbers for the number of applicants in some programs like BCom Honours in University of Delhi, 1,23,954. BCom Honours in BHU, almost 80,000. Bachelor of Management Studies, which is not even offered by many colleges in DU, almost 73,000 applicants. Alright, don't get scared. What is the eligibility? You should have done your class 12, or even if you're in class 12, that's absolutely okay. No age limit. Even I can appear for it. Actually, I appeared for it last year, would be appearing for it this year as well. Alright. And if your parents tell you that they can do better than you in this examination, ask them to appear for it. They are also eligible. If they have done class 12, okay, they are eligible for it. No age limit. My father is also planning to appear for it this year in history. Alright. Percentage requirements. CUET does not have any percentage requirements. It completely depends on the university and the course that you're applying to. Like if you apply to University of Delhi, no matter which course you apply to, absolutely no percentage requirements. You should pass the examination. At the same time, there are some universities that expect you to score at least 50% or 45% or something like that. All right. Okay, this is a computer-based test. I'm sure you know already. It is conducted in almost all major Indian languages. All right, more on that soon. The test centers are in almost every district in India. So not that you need to travel much in order to appear for the examination. The test is divided into 3 sections. Section 1 is language test. And this section 1 is further divided into 2 subsections. 1A, in which you have these 13 languages that you can see on the screen, and 1B. There are 20 more languages there. Now you must be thinking, what is the difference between 1A and 1B? The difference is that the medium of your examination can be any of the 13 languages in 1A. All right. But the medium of the examination cannot be a language from 1B. That is the only difference, to the best of my knowledge. All right. Then section 2 is domain specific subjects, and please listen to me very carefully here. There are as many as 27 subjects here, domain specific. In arts, you have 16 subjects, you can read them. Economics, business economics, geography or geology. Here, wherever we have put the slash mark, okay, you can appear for only one of the tests from that group. Like you cannot appear for economics as well as business economics. You cannot appear for geography as well as geology. All right, you cannot appear for fine arts as well as visual arts. All right. Okay. Now here in domain specific subjects itself, in commerce, there are 3 tests. One of accountancy or bookkeeping, business studies and entrepreneurship. All right. In science, there are 8 subjects: agriculture, anthropology, one of biology or biological studies or biotechnology or biochemistry, okay, chemistry, computer science or informatics practices, engineering, graphics, mathematics and physics. Now, general test, this time, last year, you needed to attempt 60 out of 75 questions in 60 minutes. Duration of the test, they are yet to share with us. But number of questions in general test this year would be 60, and they would expect you to attempt 50. All right. In language test, they have already said that there would be 50 questions, of which you need to attempt 40. And duration last year of these tests was 45 minutes. Okay. We do not know yet what would be the duration of these tests this year. When it comes to domain specific subject tests, you will have to attempt either 35 or 40 out of 45 or 50. So if there would be 45 questions, you need to attempt 35. If there are 50 questions, you need to attempt 40. Last year it was simpler. Every subject had 50 questions, of which you needed to attempt 40 in 45 minutes. General test, I've already told you that you need to attempt 50 out of 60. All right. Number of options per question, 4. Marks for every correct response, plus 5. Of course, it would be in plus. Okay. Marks for every incorrect response, minus 1. All right. Okay. You can take the test in these mediums, 13 languages of section 1A, as I've already told you. All right. Now there is one more thing. You may opt for different tests in different mediums, but regional languages as a medium are not available in all the areas. All right. Like if you wish to take Assamese as your medium, would that be available in Delhi centers? No. It would be available only in Assam. Actually, if you wish to appear for Odia as your medium, would it be available all across India? No. Only Hindi and English would be available as mediums all across India. All right. Otherwise, all regional languages would be available only in the areas where they are majorly spoken. Clear? All right. You can appear for general test in English medium and history in Hindi medium. I mean, it's just an example. You can appear for different tests in different mediums. You will get this choice. Okay. you need to give your choice of medium for these tests while applying. That's obvious, right? Reservation rules of set of universities you're applying to would apply. In most of the central universities, you have standard 10% for EWS, 27% for OBC, non-creamy, 15% for SCs and 7.5% for STs, all right? Plus some reservation for people in handicapped category as well. How many universities can you apply to? Is there any cap? Please apply to as many universities as you wish to. Okay? Not a problem. Not at all a problem. There's absolutely no cap here. Okay? Do I have to fill the choice of my universities or courses in the order of my preference? Like, if I wish to take admission in University of Delhi and that is my preference number 1, should I put that as number 1? Not at all. They are not asking you for your preferences. Alright. So, if your favorite universities are University of Delhi and Jawaharlal Nehru University, where do you put them in the list? That actually does not make a difference. Alright. Okay. Just fill them in any order. Alright. How many courses can I apply to? Again, as many as you wish to. Even within a university, if you wish to apply for all their courses, if you're eligible for all of them, of course, please do so. Absolutely no problem. Alright? Okay, you just need to check the eligibility as I told you. Okay, you don't have to bother about the colleges at this stage. While filling the form for CUET, you do not have to bother about the colleges at all. That stage will come once the CUET results are out, then different universities would be coming with different lists. Alright, not at this stage. Alright, how many tests do I need to take? That completely depends on the courses and universities combination that you're applying to. You may take up to 10 tests across 3 sections or slot. Up to 10. That's a lot. Most of you would not be taking more than 6 tests, I believe. Okay? So, the choice of your course depends on the university course combination that would be applying to. Alright? You can take just 1 test also. Okay, if you are interested only in those programs which expect you to appear for just 1 test. I'll give you one example. B.R. Ambedkar University of Delhi, for one particular program, BA in Sustainable Urbanism, they expect you to appear for just 1 test, that is general test. Okay, so if you apply to, or if you apply for only those courses, university combinations which expect you to take just 1 particular test, and you take just 1 out of those 61 tests, yes, you heard it right, the total number of tests offered by CUET UG is 61, 33 in language section, alright, 27 domain specific subject test and 1 general test. So, even if you apply for just 1 test out of those 61, that is absolutely okay. Alright, another example, if you want to apply for BA Honours in French at JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, it requires 2 tests, 1 English and 2 general test. Similarly, University of Delhi BCom Honours is a very, very popular program here, probably the most popular program here, right? Any of the 33 languages from section 1, one of mathematics or applied mathematics or accountancy or bookkeeping. Out of these 4, you have to take 1, 2 more subjects from section 2. So, basically you need to appear for 4 tests. In case of University of Delhi, there's one more rule. That rule is that in whatever subjects you take the CUET UG, they need to be mapped with your subjects of class 12. Like if you have studied chemistry, you're allowed to take CUET UG in chemistry or biochemistry. Alright, but let's say you have studied physics, chemistry and maths and you wish to appear for history paper of the CUET. At least for University of Delhi, you're not allowed to do it. I mean, you can certainly appear for history paper, keeping some other universities in mind, but that paper would not be considered by University of Delhi. Keep that in mind. All right. Okay. Oh, we talked about this. We just talked about this. Different universities have different requirements. Okay. Is it mandatory to take the general test? Not at all. Quite possible you wish to take admission in mathematics honors of University of Delhi. Alright, then you do not need to take this general test. But my suggestion is that you must take this general test because this broadens your horizon. Alright, you get many choices if you appear for this test. But is it mandatory? No. Alright. It's mandatory for, of course, the general test is mandatory for University of Allahabad, no matter which course you apply for. Alright. All courses of Tata Institute of Social Sciences as well. Almost all professional programs like BMS of University of Delhi or any course on journalism from University of Delhi. There are many at undergraduate level also now, and BA LLB from many places, including Banaras Hindu University. They offer a 5-year program in law, which is very, very popular. Alright, so for all such programs, that general test is mandatory. But only because you are appearing for CUET UG 2023, you do not need to write the general test. I hope you are not confused. Alright, if I have not studied a particular subject in 12th but want to pursue graduation in it, is that possible? For most of the universities, the answer is a big yes. Let's say you have done PCM, Physics, Chemistry and Maths, but you wish to apply for History Honours in Stevens in University of Delhi. They would expect you to appear for the CUET UG with your subjects of class 12, but on the basis of the marks that you would be scoring in CUET UG, you will get admission in History Honours. Alright? Okay, I've given you an example also here on Ashu. So please just pause the video and read it. Alright, can I just appear for the general test in English without taking any domain specific subject test? Or in other words, is taking at least one domain specific subject test mandatory? No, that is not mandatory. You can appear for just general test and English. I've already given you this example. If you are interested in any foreign language honors in Jawaharlal Nehru University, you need to take just 2 tests, the general test and English. Similarly, at Tata Institute of Social Sciences also, you need to appear for just 2 tests, general test and English. So keeping, if your preference is a course and university combination like this, is not mandatory for you. Everything depends on the courses that you are interested in. Alright, of course the university as well. Can I select the dates for CUET UG 2023 in the interval May 21-31? Sorry, you cannot. The NTA would decide that. Okay. So how many days are there from May 21 to 31? It's not 10. Do not tell me 10. It's 11. Alright. So in those 11 days, almost every day there would be 3 shifts. So NTA can put you, or actually computer can put you on any of those 11 days, in any of the shifts. Alright. Okay, please do not schedule any other examination in that period. Okay. I'm interested in pursuing BBA. What all tests do I need to take? Again, it depends on from which university you want to pursue your BBA. Alright. I'll give you some example. If you are interested in BMS of University of Delhi, you will need to take just 3 tests: English, mathematics or applied mathematics, and the general test. So mostly if you take English, mathematics and general test, in most of the places you would be eligible. Alright. What if I inadvertently answer more questions than what I'm supposed to? I also had this question in my mind before I appeared for CUET 2022. Alright, but you don't have to struggle with this question. Let's say you're allowed to attempt 40 questions and you have already attempted 40 questions. The moment you try to attempt the 41st, okay, you will get a message on your screen that you cannot attempt the 41st. If you wish to attempt it, you need to unattempt one of your already attempted questions. Alright, so this is not your headache, this is their headache and they will manage it. Alright, so just do not bother about it. Alright, what do I need to do for CUET UG as I have my boards in the next 45 to 60 days? Something very important. Many coaching institutes would want you to believe that if you do not join them yesterday, okay, you're not going to get through. Please keep one thing in mind, that this is a very simple test. You do not need to be in any hurry. Just concentrate on your board exams for the time being. Alright, and keep one more thing in mind. Whatever subjects you're already studying for your boards, all those subjects can be taken as domain-specific subject tests. Isn't that? And if you work very hard for boards this time, you're going to get a very good score on the CUET as bonus. Of course, you will have to do a bit of revision, and moreover, CUET would be in a different format. There would be objective type questions. Alright. Then other than that, there are certain papers for which you would be needing a bit of preparation, like the general test or English. Please keep one thing in mind, that here also, this is one of very rare examinations in which you get choices 40 out of 50. Isn't that 50 out of 60? Alright, so keeping that in mind, it's not difficult to prepare for these papers also in whatever 50 days most of you would be left with after the completion of your board exams. So I believe that you should concentrate completely on your board exams. If you're a repeater, of course, do whatever you wish to. You have plenty of time, more than 3 months. Okay? All the best for your board exams. In domain-specific subject tests, does CUET UG ask questions from class 12? Only from class 12? A big yes. Again, a big yes. There is one exception. So all those people who are interested in economics, they will have to study one book of class 11 as well, that is Indian Economic Development. Alright, and rest of the subjects, without any exception, you just need to cover your class 12 syllabus. There are two more things. Whatever subjects for which any content is available of NCERT, that is sufficient. Like last year when I wanted to score, of course, 100%. So I scored 100 percentile as well as 100% in political science. I just took out, there are 2 books of political science of NCERT for class 12. I revised them well in 2.5 days and I got 100%. In fact, there were 50 questions of which I needed to attempt only 40, but I knew the answers of all 50. Okay? Please keep that in mind. NCERT books, NCERT books, NCERT books. But there are certain subjects for which NCERT does not publish any book, like legal studies. Luckily for all those subjects, CBSE publishes books. Alright, so you need to confine yourself to NCERT and CBSE books. Look no further. Alright, and please go to the site of the CUET and download the syllabus given for each of these tests. Alright, okay, if physics, chemistry, maths and biology, one or more of these 4 is your subject, okay, please do NCERT exemplar as well. That's very, very important. Anyway, I'm sure that many of you must be doing NCERT exemplar even for your board exams. Alright, okay, how many tests should I be taking in CUET UG 2023? Very valid question. So if you're not someone who has already decided that it has to be JNU for me, or it has to be TISS for me, or it has to be this particular program for me, we at CUET 100 believe that the answer is 5. Yes, it would cover almost every university course of your interest. And which 5 to go for? One of English, Hindi, and maybe any other language, maybe your mother tongue. Alright, you have many choices, but keep one thing in mind, that for many courses, English is mandatory. Alright, now BHU allows you to appear for either English or Hindi. University of Delhi allows you to take any one of the 33 tests. Big thing, that is. Right, so 1 language test, maybe 2 language tests you can appear for, then you should be taking 6 subjects. 3 of your subjects of class 12 other than the language papers, since you are already preparing for them, so why not to take CUET in these 3 subjects as well. So 3 plus 1, 4 and general test. At the most 6, let's say English is mandatory somewhere and you do not want to take any chance, and you feel that probably for certain universities that's okay that you have to take English, but in other places you can probably score better in Hindi, so why not to take Hindi also. So take English as well as Hindi. you can take more than one test from section 1 in the language section. All right. Okay. If mathematics or applied maths is one of your subjects in 12th, please do take CUET in that as well, because that is almost mandatory for many courses. All right. Okay. Now, if a particular university course combination requires you to take just 3 tests of CUET UG, but you have taken a total of 5, and in those 2 papers, other than those 3 which are required by a particular university, you haven't done well, would the marks of those 2 additional papers impact your chances adversely? Don't you worry. No, not at all. All right. Okay. Is it mandatory to join a coaching? These days, on social media, I believe that the biggest examination is CUET UG, probably tougher than IIT JEE also. All right. But I believe that's not at all mandatory. You can very much do without it. You require some right guidance. You need to go through some CUET UG 2022 papers, and you can manage it easily. You can manage it on your own also. Okay, you certainly need a test series, I believe, somehow. Okay, all right. So the most popular tests, since we have been talking about different tests on CUET, so let's have some statistics in front of us. And mind you, these were the number of people who actually took these tests. The number of people who applied for these was much more. All right. How difficult is this test? Not much. I've already told you. You can completely depend on yourself to prepare for it. Just prepare for it sincerely. Number of 100 percentiles in different subjects last year. See the list yourself. Numbers speak very loud, isn't that? There are certain more things that you need to keep in mind. CUET UG and CUET PG are 2 different exams. For CUET UG, the official site is cuet.samarth.ac.in. We have put the bulletins of University of Delhi as well as Banaras Hindu University in the description of this video. So please do go through the official bulletins. We are yet to get some info from the CUET on duration of these tests, the basis of the allocation of slots, etc. But you do not have to wait for getting that information. Please do apply for the CUET as soon as possible. Whatever information you require in order to apply for the test, you already have that. Okay? All right. For the top colleges, you need to score almost 100%. Please keep that in mind. You may lose some marks despite getting all your answers right. That also is a fact. All my 60 answers of the general test were correct. I scored 100 percentile. But my scaled score is 293 out of 300. So what would I do to get those 7 extra marks? You can see that here. All right. That is what this test is all about, at least for the top colleges. More on it next time.